Monk mode is not glamorous. It's almost like a war with yourself. I've been locked in. I quit my job like 9 months ago to go full time with what I'm trying to do in entrepreneurship. And this whole monk mode is pretty crazy, man. I never expected like the effects on my mind to like wake up with just like this anxiety. Because it's funny because I pushed myself to be free as an entrepreneur, because you get to escape the rat race of the 9 to 5. But nobody talks about what, like, the anxiety kicks in and you actually go into monk mode, which is great, right? Because that's what us entrepreneurs live for, right? To just get into your work and to just dial in. But nobody talks about like how nasty it is with like mentaling, like it's war. You're at war with yourself, and especially if like you have a family, a lot of times it's really easy to get into monk mode, especially for us men. And you get into monk mode and you dial in. The hard part for me is to dial out for my family, because every evening I have to unplug from the business and just go back into family. And it's almost like I think that a lot of us entrepreneurs just become really good at kind of like masking who we are around friends and family, just to kind of like shut it off. Because like I'll be having these conversations and you get really good at kind of just disassociating but acting a certain way to kind of like fulfilling what other people need out of you. Like maybe your wife needs this and that and you're giving back rubs. It's just like you just kind of do what you do, but in the back of your mind you're just like, you can't turn it off. And it low-key becomes very, what's the word, exhausting. But it's also amazing in itself. I think those of us that have the ability to go into monk mode, I think we're a little bit different than the rest of everyone else in this world. Because I've kind of realized that most people can't even get into the monk mode to just dial in and turn everything else off. I personally, I've kind of shut off most of my friends and I don't hang out. I don't go out and do stuff. My girl has become used to it, that I'm just like, I kind of phrase myself as like this psycho. I'm like this psycho that like can't stop working. But I think she knows that I'm going to help us get ahead in life, and financially it's going to work out. And I think having the right girl is huge. I'm kind of getting off topic here, but I'm trying to speak to some of the people out there that are getting into monk mode and dialing in with their business. And it's not easy. If you're a young male that's like thinking of trying to get into monk mode to get ahead, like I feel like only certain people can do this, and you do need to take mental breaks. I have to like force myself. Usually my body tells me today is one of those days. That's why I'm talking to the camera about this. This is almost like my therapy. I used to go to therapy, but I found it like talking to a therapist about like that doesn't understand this stuff. It's nearly impossible to find the right therapist, first of all, that like deals or like specializes in what you're dealing with. And I personally believe I'm one of these weird people that get into the monk mode, and it's just tough, man. So I'm just reaching out. I find that talking to other people with this similar stuff on camera really kind of helps me with like getting, connecting with other people that have the same things going on. So hit subscribe if like you're dealing with this type of mindset. You're dialing into the monk mode, and maybe you're suffering because you're not happy where you're at. And the monk mode will get you there, man. That's usually the best part. And in monk mode, you keep making mistakes and you keep learning and you just keep grinding, and it's this cycle. The mistakes are actually where the learning is, and that's what most people are afraid of. So we should congratulate each other, right, guys, that we're able to do this. And there is an end. I hope there's an end at the end of this dark tunnel, I guess is what I'm saying. And yeah, I guess if I'm just connecting, venting, monk mode is not glamorous if you're looking into it, but it's working. It's working for me. The needles are going up, and as long as you keep learning from your mistakes, it's going to work out. So again, subscribe to the channel. I'm a creator, and I create videos and stuff. As you can see here, most people don't have this weird addiction of talking on camera, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm just a normal dude that came from nothing that has big dreams. So